What a month it's been for Carter Starocci and Penn State wrestling fans and wrestling fans in general, as we've been all closely following the saga that is Carter Starocci. His last match at Penn State, he gets injured. It looks really serious, the extent of which is not totally known. And as soon as that duel happens, we were talking about on the show, and JD said Carter Starocci is the #1 story in wrestling right now, the thing to follow. It's the biggest question, right? And so you get to Big Tens, and there's all this curiosity. Is he going to wrestle? Is he going to injury default? What's going to happen? Well, Carter and the Penn State staff decided he's going to do the double injury default thing and just get the wild card at NCAAs. This was a decision that created kind of tension that both Coach Sanderson and Carter kind of discussed openly. Carter wanted to go. Cale was being more cautious and decided, hey, we're here to win NCAAs. Let's get the wild card and then, keep recovering. So a little bit of tension there. Carter leaves, and then he tweets about, hey, ready for my next chapter. Thank you, Penn State forever. And this got a lot of people stirred up, fired up. What does it mean? Is Carter done? Is this the end of it? And like one day later, he tweets, Big Ten titles are cool, but NCAA titles are cooler. See you soon, Kansas City. So you're like, all right, he's back in. This is great. And then, so now the next thing you're waiting for is, all right, where are they going to seed Carter Starocci? Where are they going to put this guy in the bracket? Someone who, on the one hand, is a 3-time national champion. He has not faced a true defeat since his freshman year in the Big Ten Finals to Michael Kemmer. He only has 2 losses in his entire career. And then, but on the other side, he's 12-2, technically 2. He lost to Andrew Sparks, and he lost to, I forget actually who his backside loss was to. But he has 2 losses, and that hurts you in the seeding. And so the way the seeds work, you can only be debated. You can't just, the seeding committee is a committee, and they do help decide the seeds. But they can't just say, Carter's the one. Okay, there's an element of math that goes into it. It's record, it's conference, it's your win percentage, it's quality wins, head-to-head. And so on those criteria, Carter could go no higher than number 9. Okay, so what does number 9 mean? Well, all you wrestling fans out there know that puts you on right in the direct path of the #1 seed, which was Mekhi Lewis, a national champion, someone who Carter beat to win a national title for his second national title. And so Carter's path now, he has Andrew Sparks, ironically, the guy he had to injury default to. And then he'll have Adam Kemp of Cal Poly in all likelihood. And his next match, the quarterfinal bout, will be between 2 national champions, Mekhi Lewis and Carter Starocci, in all likelihood. And then who waits potentially in the semi? Maybe another national champion, Shane Griffith. Okay, the way this bracket was created, 174. Was it seeded right? I don't know. It's tough to say because in my mind, I want Mekhi and Carter and Shane with as much separation as possible because I think they're the 3 most proven guys. But at the same time, Shane Griffith forfeited his Big Ten final, so that kicked him up to the 4, right? Cade DeVos won Big 12s. He's looked really great all year, so he's a rightful 2. So we kind of knew this would be the case, but we didn't know Carter would be the 9. We thought maybe he's a 6, he's a 7, I don't know. All the way at the 9. So now you have 3 national champions on the top side of the bracket. The bottom side of the bracket has 1 All-American, and it's the 22 seed, Peyton Mako. That's how top-heavy this bracket is. So for now you go to this. All right, what's the next question? Well, is Carter able to go? How healthy is he? Now, to answer that question, we're not going to really fully know. But let's listen to Carter. Carter's talking at the Penn State. Penn State made him available yesterday. I think it was Wednesday. And he basically said, hey, we put basically the Big Tens behind it. Cale and him hashed it out. They're on great terms. And he said that he's fully healthy and ready to go. Now, someone in Carter's position, of course he's going to say he's fully healthy. He's not going to say, my knee actually hurts. And yeah, when I do this move, it doesn't really work, so I'm not going to be doing, obviously he's not going to give you full candor on how he's feeling. But maybe that's true. Maybe he is feeling well. Maybe he is ready to go. And if so, it throws a real wrench in the works for someone as good as Mekhi or Shane Griffith, etc. So we're still not going to know, right? We're probably not going to have a really clear idea until that first match against Andrew Sparks, right? That's probably when we're first going to get a sense of how healthy Carter Starocci is or isn't. But there was other really interesting stuff in that Penn State Media Day, because they asked Carter about, now if you don't know this, Carter can achieve the distinction that no one else can of being a 5-time NCAA champion. He could be back next year because his freshman year was the 2019-2020 season. He redshirted that year. So that didn't matter. Even though it was a COVID year and NCAAs got canceled and accounted for everyone else, he was redshirting, so it didn't count. 2021 did not count for anyone. So he won as a freshman, and then he has the opportunity to win 5. Now, in previous conversations and interviews with Carter, he's been almost, I won't say adamant, but very direct that he's not really interested in being a 5-time NCAA champion. He wants to win 4 and then try to make the Olympic team and go into MMA, basically, something like that. And he doesn't want to do school anymore. And now he was consistent on that yesterday. He said, I don't want to do school anymore, but he said, we'll see. He talked a little bit about it, about that it would be cool that he can't, but he left the door more open than he had previously. So as it's getting down the line, it's curious. And I do think, if anything, him sort of wavering a little bit makes me think, hey, there's a real chance he does come back for a 5th NCAA title next year, which would be obviously historic. Now, you can't win 5 without 4. He's got to get it done, and we don't know how healthy he is. But without a doubt, Carter Starocci, his quest for the 4th title is the #1 story in wrestling right now. And there's so much curiosity, and now you throw in this 9-seed angle, and there's just a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. I'm excited to see how it plays out. I cannot wait to watch that first match and see how good is Carter Starocci. How limited is he or isn't he? It's going to be fascinating to watch. I want to hear, what did you guys think about him getting the 9th seed? Was that right? Was that wrong? Where would you have put him? How do you think he's going to finish? Is he going to roll through this bracket like he did last year? Last year, he was the #1 point-scoring wrestler in all of NCAA wrestling in the entire tournament. He scored more than anyone, more than Mason Parris, more than Aaron Brooks, etc. He was the big bonus point scorer. So do we think he can do that again? Or is he going to falter? Is he going to falter early? Is he going to injury default? I'm curious for what you guys think. But one way or another, all eyes are going to be on Carter Starocci in Kansas City.